protection and advocacy system for the state of Wisconsin for people with disabilities. And just as Wisconsin aging groups represent seniors who can no longer drive, Disability Rights Wisconsin represents a group of people who disproportionately are poorer than the general population, do not own cars, do not have driver's licenses, and absolutely depend on public transit and paratransit to get around, to get to jobs, to get to school, to see their families, to socially engage in their communities, and to shop. People with disabilities want to work. They don't want to sit at home twiddling their thumbs. They want to get out. They want to integrate into their communities. And the only way that most people with disabilities can do that is if we have accessible, affordable public transit and paratransit. Right now, Milwaukee County Transit is in crisis. With the loss of some state money that previously went to pay for paratransit rides, looming in 2011, there are real dangers of significant cutbacks to both the fixed route system and the paratransit system. And there's also a threat on the table by the county to reduce or restrict the paratransit service area down to the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, minimum of 3/4 of a mile. This would mean that approximately 1,300 to 1,500 people with disabilities who depend on paratransit for getting around everywhere will no longer have access to that service if these budget cutbacks happen and if this reduction happens. So it makes it vitally important that that AB 723 and SB 511 become law, and that Milwaukee County has the opportunity to pass a real referendum raising the sales tax by 0.5% to allow dedicated funding for both public transit and paratransit. There's also a personal aside I have. I had epilepsy for about 12 years, and it prevented me from driving at all. During that time, I lived in New York City, and I was really fortunate to do so because New York, as you know, has an incredible transit system, and my sister's lived there for 60 years and has never owned a car. So there are many reasons to pass this bill, and I hope the legislature takes a long view and realizes that down the road, oil is going to get more expensive. Peak oil is approaching. If you think gas prices of $4 a gallon was high, wait till gas hits $6, $8, or $10 a gallon. And then everybody will be screaming for a decent transit system. So that's another viable reason to pass this